Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. So I hope last week was a good one for you, and I hope that everything is moving along quite well. So we are on a brand new month. We have a brand new week and a whole bunch of new energy coming for us for this month of August. Okay. So something that is really unique that is happening is that we are getting two full moons in the sign of Aquarius 2 months in a row. So typically that's not something that we have every month. The sign that the moon is in when it's at a full moon peak, it changes, right? So we would be having a full moon in Pisces during Virgo season, but we're not having that because we had that full moon in Aquarius happening at 1 degree. So that's just something to kind of keep watch on. That it's going to be different. This is very interesting. These times have been interesting. So before we get into all of that, I would like to say first and foremost, thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are returning, welcome back. Welcome to a new week. We have some stuff to chit chat about. Okay. So really quick announcements. We have the full moon healing circle that will be happening, the trauma conscious yoga full moon healing circle. It is back in the month of August, happening on the 22nd of this month at the full moon. That is happening in Aquarius, the one I was just speaking about. Also, I have the Celestial City membership that is open and running as usual, but there have been some changes added. Okay, so we have different payment plan options. So you can either pay the monthly or you can pay for the whole year. Also, the prices have gone up. So if you are just now getting into the membership, it has gone up $11. So now it is $33.33 per month. And that is because you get one free personal Reiki session per month. Okay. So that right there is a deal in its own. So on top of the other things that come with the membership, you get the readings by your sign for the month ahead energy. You get all the documentation and the PDFs and the workbooks. And then you also get the webinars. You get to sit in the webinars for free. And you get the new moon candle ceremony that happens every new moon. As a group, we set our intentions on top of the free Reiki that you get that's for just you. And then during the new moon ceremonies, we do Reiki as well, and we get a tarot card reading. So there's a lot that happens throughout the month, not to mention you have a community forum where you can ask questions and you have access to me all the time. So if you have a question about your chart or anything like that, you just shoot that question in the forum. You can send me even a private message and I can respond. I can look at your chart for you and kind of give you some insight. So there's a lot happening for $33.33 per month. So if you are not in the Celestial City membership for House of Chiron, go ahead and hit that description box and get that link and join us now. Okay. So all right, let's get into this forecast, shall we? We will be covering the energy. So it's the first week of August. So from August 1st all the way through August 7th. And starting off the beginning of the month, we have the sun making a conjunction to Mercury in the sign of Leo on August 1st. And this is happening at 9 degrees, right? Keep in mind that this energy is also going to be making an opposition to Saturn retrograde for the first 3 days of the month. So from August 1st to August 3rd. So right when this conjunction happens at 9 degrees, the sun and Mercury, you know, when they come together, it's that CAZIMI, right? And so we call it that in the astrology community. And the CAZIMI is an Arabic term that means the heart of the sun. So this conjunction occurs between the planet, that, you know, and it happens, you know, a CAZIMI happens like with different planets, but this is known as a CAZIMI because of Mercury. And it is the sun coming into a close conjunction with any planet. And it is known to influence that or strengthen that influence of that planet. So in this case, the influence of Mercury in Leo is increased. So Leo is all about self-expression, creative self-expression. It's about your heart being courageous and confident in who it is that you are, and being able to speak from that space as well. And so those energies are going to be increased as this planet encounters the sun. And Mercury rules our communication. It's also short distance travel, it's socializing, it's how we relate to one another. Mercury is our siblings, it's small business, it's the immediate environment, our community. It rules schools and also the internet. Okay, so there will be an increase in information regarding all these different areas. And so we might find that our minds are sharper and much more quick. Okay, so this is like allowing our curiosities to flourish. So the more curious you are with this energy, you kind of get some insight, you get an aha moment. There's going to be lots of information coming in. So we also are going to be more social and engaging with others. Engaging in activities is going to spark our creativity because of that Leo energy that we're still under the influence of, being in Leo season. So this is going to be allowing us to like share many ideas and many creative ideas and things that might come up under the influence of this energy. And this is like a wonderful time to really like meet people who are like-minded, meet new people, tap into that creative self-expression that we all have. And even like spend some time with those that bring you joy and happiness, because that Leo energy is all about coming back to life, spending time with those who bring you happiness, doing your hobbies, the things that are fun, going on an adventure, so we might receive some new information or some new insight, and this might force us to kind of like ponder on making a decision. And that's kind of like that CAZIMI energy that we're going to be dealing with. That's typical CAZIMI energy. So we might have something that comes up making us kind of have to make a decision about something, a decision that needs to be made. And also with that, keep in mind that this conjunction with the sun and Mercury is going to be making an opposition to Saturn that is retrograde in Aquarius. So this might be really promoting some critical thinking about that bit of news or information or insight that has been presented or surfaced during this time. And so we might feel like we can't really get our point across, or we can't really make a decision right now. It might really require some critical thinking, especially if we're having to speak with others. But this influence is really calling for us to look within and dig up that inner confidence that's within us all. All right, so keep in mind, this is going to be happening from the 1st till about the 3rd of August. And then also on August the 3rd, we have Venus in Virgo making a trine to Uranus in Taurus. And so on this day, our senses are going to be stimulated, right? So it's going to be shifting our focus towards something more exciting, something more liberating. We are easily distracted and less likely to focus on serious matters under the influence of this energy. So don't even try, okay? Our desires are to have like new and exhilarating experiences. And that's because of that Uranus energy. Taurus rules our senses, and Uranus is a very electric planet. It rules our nervous system. And so with Venus being there, Venus rules Taurus. And with Venus being there, it's also still more so our senses, but Venus also rules our finances and our relationships. Uranus is like the unexpected events that's going to come up. So we are likely to receive unexpected sum of money, or even come into some type of unexpected romantic, encounter with someone new. We might even develop a new friendship, and it might be something that's unconventional, or something or someone that you're not typically used to meeting, somebody that is just completely eccentric, right? Because that Uranus energy. And so on this day, it's really great to use this influence to like enjoy things that are like beauty or artistic, such as like dancing, singing, music, art, getting into those type of things, and just kind of even shopping. If you go out shopping, and you might find a really great deal, or it's a great time to go shopping because you might find bargains, right? And then you also might have the extra money to spend on something that you've been needing to purchase. So also, on August 3rd, we have Mercury in Leo is going to then make that square to Uranus and Taurus. So that conjunction that it's making with the sun, as it's coming off that conjunction to the sun, is going to be squaring up with Uranus and Taurus. And this happens on August 3rd. So Mercury rules our nervous system, like I mentioned, just as well as Uranus does. So this energy is going to be really electric. It's going to be stimulating our nervous system. So this is that energy that creates anxiety due to like unexpected news or information that might come up. And so we've been dealing with this for this entire week, the first week of August. And it's really important for us to just practice the pause and practice our breath work. It's important that you're doing that daily anyway, but today it might be a requirement in order to tap into that parasympathetic nervous system to keep those uneasy energies at bay. Our focus is going to be a bit scattered, so you might find yourself, not being able to focus. It's kind of the energy we're working with for the first part of August anyway, just not being able to focus on serious matters. Our attention is going to be kind of all over the place. Kind of like that scattered nervous energy is going to be here. And in order to kind of keep that present, you have to pause, you have to breathe, and it's important to double check anything that you're putting out, right? So Mercury is all about communication. It's any type of correspondence. So it could be email, text message, phone calls, also your vehicles, because it's all about how we commute, how we move around, how we share information. So it's going to be making some type of effect on this day. So be careful about accidents, whether you are because Mercury rules the limbs as well. So you might be getting into accidents like hurt your arm, not paying attention, burn yourself cooking, something like that. But also there are car accidents because Mercury rules vehicles. So Uranus rules accidents and unexpected events. So keep in mind that these things are happening in this because people are not paying attention. So just as well as, we might be aware of this energy, there are people who are not aware of this energy. So keep that in mind. It's important that we are double checking and being very cautious on this day with any type of communication that we are sending out, because there could be some discrepancies in the text message and email, or even if you're on social media, there could be like a misunderstanding surrounding something that you've posted. And that might cause a bit of friction or that nervous type of energy or some type of anxiety. And so instead of being stressed about this energy that we're dealing with, it's more so like try to attempt to see things from a different lens by remaining open-minded, using that Uranus energy. Uranus is all about innovation and being open and liberating and being free, tapping into your autonomy. So try focusing the energy in that way as well. And maybe take on, instead of just communicating outwardly, just write it out, and then maybe write first before you share anything, but definitely write out what it is that you're feeling. And that is a form of therapy as well. And that can help you with that nervous anxiety type of energy. Okay, so last but definitely not least, we have the sun is going to make a square to Uranus in Taurus on August 6th. So the sun is in Leo and it's going to square Uranus in Taurus. And this is still more anxious energy. So it's still going to be present with all of this that we're dealing with for the whole week. That's this first week. But that Mercury Uranus square that we were feeling earlier is still slightly felt as the sun in Leo squares Uranus. So we are to remain open-minded and flow with the punches of expectancy or unexpectancy, more so, that comes with today's energy. So tension might arise between others because the mood tends to fluctuate, because the sun is our personality, it's our life force, it's our soul expression. So since the sun is making that square to Uranus, our moods might go up and down, it might fluctuate. One minute you might be cool, next minute you might not be. And because of that, it might, bring up some tension between different, between people, whether it's partner, it's at work, it's a friendship, there might just be some tension going on. And so there's a need to remain positive, open to change, and practice the calming exercises to release anxiety or tension. Or just, you might want to have a conversation with someone, but it might be important to just wait it out for a little bit, okay, and let this pass. Okay, so with that being said, next week, after that, August 8th through the 14th, we have that new moon in Leo that is happening at 16 degrees. So I will talk more about that energy on the following galactic gossip. I hope that you all have a wonderful week ahead, and make sure you're using the energy wisely for your greatest good, because nothing happens to us, everything happens for us. Just keep that self-awareness up. All right. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.